Hello everybody. The Warriors blew out the Spurs in front of 68,000 fans, some of whom could actually see the basketball game. Donte DiVincenzo poured in 22 points and had 5 assists, and during a key stretch, he repeatedly played off of Steph Curry's gravity to get shots and open looks for himself and other players. This is what Steve Kerr calls a gaggle action. Steph is rotating the ball over so that it ends up with Andrew Wiggins in the post, and then these three men do a triple split. Steph does something very subtly beautiful here. He is going to flick his thumb over his shoulder as if to signal that Donte should use Steph's screen. Romeo Langford says, "Hey, that's not a very secret signal, and I can see you're setting a screen, so I'm going to just bust through the screen so that Donte won't be free." And Donte says, "Congratulations, you cracked the code," and he just back cuts. Steph's defender, Josh Richardson, is going to completely ignore the cutting Donte. He knows no one ever got fired for following Steph Curry, so when Steph slips the screen, he's going to follow Steph very intently. Langford's going to get all turned around. Good feed. Nice dunk. This play begins with Donte DiVincenzo moving into the post to be the post passer. Steph Curry over here is going to get a screen from Kevon Looney. This is the most basic Warriors play. Jakob Poeltl here recognizes the play. He's pointing to Josh Richardson saying, "When Kevon Looney sets the screen for Steph, I want you to stay with Kevon and I'll switch over to Steph." Josh Richardson apparently says, "No way, man. Have you seen Steph Curry? This guy can score. We better stay close to him." So he follows Steph around the screen. Poeltl switches over to Steph. Kevon Looney cuts to the basket. Nice pass from DiVincenzo. Second straight dunk. This is a good old basic Warriors play. Inbound to Kevon Looney. And then Steph's going to sweep around and look like he wants to dribble handoff, but it's a fake. This is the keeper, and Kevon Looney tries to go to the basket. This is doomed to fail. Jakob Poeltl reads this, and he stays with Kevon Looney, so all is well, right? Well, the low defender here did not trust, and so he was expecting Kevon Looney. This flows into a quick dribble handoff to Klay. Since Donte's defender is fixated on what's happening on the strong side of the court, on the second side, Donte says, "Since you don't seem interested in guarding me, I'm just going to lift up here and we're going to turn this into a 3-on-2 off ball." Richardson, of course, following Steph. Lamb here is going to set a pin-in screen. Klay turns the corner. He might be tempted to pass it to Steph Curry, but Steph Curry is going to signpost say, "No, Donte is way more open than I am." Good pass, and this is a super open three. As this play begins, Jeremy Sochan is going to point to Richardson. I think that's Richardson. It's a little bit hard to see from this view from space. Sochan is going to point to Richardson saying, "Hey, I'm supposed to be guarding Steph Curry over here, so let's switch." They try to do this on the fly. This is an old-fashioned triple split on the side. Donte DiVincenzo is going to be the passer in the high delay slot. There's always a screener, and one person is going to dive to the basket and one person is going to take this pin-in screen. And the toy surprise for the defense is trying to figure out who's doing what. And since this is Steph over here, you would think he's the guy who's going to come out here and take this screen. Instead, he does this little do-si-do around Anthony Lamb, and he cuts Sochan to follow Steph. But Josh Richardson, he's also going to follow Steph. Apparently, no one ever got fired for following Steph, but he might be really pushing the boundaries today. Steph dives. That means Kevon Looney is free to set this pin-in screen for Anthony Lamb. Anthony Lamb enjoys the spacious, roomy interior of his spot on the wing. Sochan tries to salvage the situation by peeling back, but this is a lot of bodies to get around, and Anthony Lamb strokes the open three. Donte DiVincenzo's looking more and more comfortable in the offense, and he always gives great energy getting rebounds. When he's guarding in front of Draymond, he gambles a lot, maybe too much, but you like to see the defensive energy. This is just going to be a rip cut with a back screen here, and Steph, showing a lot of defensive awareness, reads this play pretty quickly, and he immediately calls out to Donte that he's got to switch this back screen. Donte is just going to wham into it and stay defending that guy. and then the cutter is going to come through and Steph is going to switch over. So clean it was almost invisible. This guy fakes the dribble handoff and then immediately back cuts Donte, but Donte recovers very nicely. Zach Collins decides to just bully ball his way past Anthony Lamb. Even though Donte's man is clearing out, Donte decides to sit here in the strong side post. So even though Collins looked like he had the angle, he looks up and suddenly there's a face full of Donte here. Collins kind of panics here. There is a man open if Zach Collins was looking for it, but instead he hoists up this awkward shot. Out of the pack, Donte comes out with the rebound. Now it's a foot race. Anthony Lamb is here. Zach Collins is here. He's got a little bit of a lead, but Lamb is just going to outrace him. It's too bad because everybody else is matched up. Donte with a beautiful pass to exploit this. Okay, we're gonna do a quick celebration audit of Donte's gigantic dunk. You can see the difference in court vision of the veterans. They're the first ones to realize something's about to happen. Andre Iguodala starts to get up. JaMychal Green starts to get up even before DiVincenzo can start his jump. But they know something good's about to happen. And it's only after the dunk happens that we've got Jonathan Kuminga standing up, insisting that they raise the roof. This is the Alamo Dome, Jonathan. That roof is very high and very old. It could be unsafe to raise the roof, but we appreciate the sentiment. Here's Moses Moody up with his traditional angry man celebration, celebrating the dunk and also yelling at the kids to get off his lawn.